The gallery of what remains. She watched him through the glass of the gallery window. Adam's gaze had drifted, following a girl with sun-bleached hair, someone who looked dangerously like the ghost she'd hoped he'd forgotten. Sarah's fingers tightened around her iced latte, cold condensation tracing down her wrist. The floorboards creaked beneath her as she stood there, watching him, watching someone else. The walls glowed with seascapes, waves frozen mid-crash, horizons burning gold. But Sarah saw only the quiet change in Adam's eyes. They'd built something steady, safe, and yet, something inside her knew he was already drifting away. "That one," he said softly, pointing to a painting of a lone surfer at sunset. "Reminds me of Emma's style." Emma. The name hit like sea spray, sharp and stinging. Sarah tried to smile, her voice almost steady. "Funny. I thought you said you don't think about her anymore." Adam's half-smile faltered. "I don't. Not usually. The painting just caught me off guard." Outside, the sun spilled over Coast Highway. The air shimmered with heat and salt, perfume, and fried food from the boardwalk below. They walked in silence, the kind that hums between two people who already know too much. Every time his phone buzzed, his hand twitched toward it, and each time he stopped himself. That tiny hesitation, louder than any confession. Finally, she whispered, "You've been distracted all morning. Is there something you want to tell me?" Adam's breath hitched. "I got a message yesterday. From her." Her heart sank. She didn't need the name, but he said it anyway. "From Emma. She's moving back to California, for good." They stopped on the corner with the sunlight burning between them. Sarah's voice cracked. "And how do you feel about that?" He looked away. "It's strange timing. We're signing a lease, building a life, and now..." "And now what?" she pressed. "Now she's back and everything's different?" His silence was an answer she didn't want to hear. At the Cliff restaurant, the Pacific stretched wide beneath them, waves crashing like heartbeats against the rocks. The waitress brought chips, but neither touched them. The air smelled of salt and citrus and endings. "She asked if we could catch up," Adam said quietly. "Just coffee, nothing more." Sarah's laugh broke sharp and hollow. "Nothing more? Do you even hear yourself?" "People change," he murmured. She leaned forward, trembling. Or maybe they don't. Maybe she's still the girl who kept you up at night, the one you said you'd follow anywhere. Her voice softened, breaking. "And maybe that's why you've stopped saying we." His fork fell, the sound of metal on porcelain, and silence again. Always silence. Sarah stood suddenly, her chair scraping against stone, eyes turned. Waves roared below. She walked to the railing, gripping it tight, her pulse pounding in her palms. Down on the sand, surfers floated between worlds, reading the water, knowing when to dive, when to ride, when to let go. Something glimmered at her feet, a piece of sea glass, soft, worn, beautiful because it had survived. She turned back to him, voice trembling but sure. I think I need to go. He didn't stop her, just watched, as something fragile between them finally gave way. She placed the sea glass on the table, a small, silent goodbye, to what could have been softened, but never restored. That evening, she walked the beach alone. The sunset bled orange into violet, the air cool against her tear-warmed skin. In her hand, the gallery's business card. She'd bought the surfer painting after all, not because it reminded her of Emma, but because it reminded her of herself. Alone, silhouetted against the horizon, strong enough to face the waves head-on. The ocean wind carried away her final tear. One more drop of salt in an endless sea of letting go.